Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. Now, I probably shouldn't mention this, but this is how it all started. Originally, it started from an idea of Batman from Batman. Alchemist City. When you're in one of the Scarecrow's dream, it gave me an idea. I wanted to do something like more of this, and in the end, that's what I did. Something like that. Some of you may say I witter too much. But this is how Phycrichadictive 1 was invented. Now this is not a book review. No it isn't. No it isn't. Shouldn't have really let the cats in, but oh well. What? So, by the way, I think this is an 18. This book definitely is, but anything else is an 18. So everything else, this video is 18. So, Batman, the Scarecrow's nightmare dream world, since it was like a drug hallucination, made me think, wow, I want more drug hallucinations and stuff, you know, and think, why don't I make a book out of this, you know, I can't make a game, and that is exactly what I did. Okay, it gets pretty creepy and pretty twisted, and once you read it, it's on YouTube now. You can't help thinking to yourself, what the earth did I just read? Then something happened. After that book, something else happened. Phycrichadictive 2. Now, if you thought Phycrichadictive 1 was bad enough, well, weirder enough, Phycrichadictive 2 was even more creepy. How I made it, it's from the camera was at this point here and the hand was there, so it actually looked like you were actually playing the Choose Your Own Adventure, and you were going around taking drugs. The other thing to mention, the drugs are quite good, to be honest, you know, and things. And for once you can actually take the liquid form drug, the legal drug. Yes, I know you can take legal drugs in the Phycrichadictive story, but you actually get to drink whiskey, vodka, alcohol, what the government says you can have loads of in moderation. This book's targeted drug abuse, I think. Once you start here, there's no going back. So basically but I also tried to warn people about it as well. Okay, let's talk about about the strange person that follows you around in this game. It's choose your own adventure. Because it's set in the because it's recorded in real life in the real world, it makes it just that little bit more creepier. Oh, by the way, when you actually go to the table, there'll be you can actually read, the first Phycrichadictive. Keep that in mind, because that means you can actually go watch the first Phycrichadictive. Read it, whatever. I was trying to make a book on YouTube. I was a little bit worried about the other sites because I didn't want to put it on Tumblr, because the Tumblr wasn't that much of a choose your own adventure story sort of thing, and I didn't want to put it on that other site, the Elfwood, because it takes quite a long time for them actually to get their comic thing. I could have, but I didn't want to, because I was a little bit worried about it. A little bit of drugs are fine. 18, lot of drugs, not fine. So in the end, I just decided to put it on YouTube. It was the safest bet, even though I was rather worried about putting it on YouTube, but a little less worried when I actually put Phycrichadictive 2 on. The man follows you. The first time you will see him is when you take the magic mushrooms. You'll be transported into this scary place called the bedroom. I'm not trying to be romantic. This is a bad bedroom. Lot of symbolism in there. Anyway, once you're in the bedroom, you'll be given two choices. One is get out of there, which I'm sure loads of you have pressed that button, the link to the next video. Another is change channel. Now, if you don't do anything, he will start to appear on TV. I've done it with Coral. It would have been the real TV, but my PlayStation 3, because I recorded it on a CD, didn't want to do jack squat, so I had to go through it the hard way. Tried my best to get it on TV. He says something, and things. You shouldn't have taken those drugs, and then he starts nodding his head, smiling evilly at you, and then afterwards, and things. He smiles, going, hee. If you try to change the channel, he I think kills you, basically. It's about the sound of it. There's another time he appears, and it's in the when you take the vodka. When you take the vodka, he will appear near the shed, nodding his head, not saying a word. You can see him, he's just nodding his head. And then when you look away and when you look back, he's gone. He's disappeared. Then another time is when you take the cocaine. You will hear his voice in the graveyard. you can't see him in the graveyard, but you can hear his voice going. You can hear his voice going, tick tock, tick tock. You won't hear his voice instantly. You'll be given a choice. Once you've got that choice, do nothing, and you will hear his voice. So he somehow appears. My conclusion is somehow appears in the first 3 parts of your hallucination. Who is this guy anyway? And what on earth is he doing trolling you throughout the story? You can give him a lot of nicknames. You can give him the man who follows you, the stranger, or the one I like to call him, Mr. Tiki-Tok. He has no name. He just randomly follows you throughout your first drug hallucinations. I've come to a conclusion. Maybe the guy is just trying to direct you through the drug hallucination. He might be some sort of, spirit guide or something, trying to lead you onto a nice path and things. But he just goes around a different way. Think of the G-Man from Half-Life. Now he just follows you, stares at you, then goes away and appears in random other places. Maybe this guy is trying to help you somehow. Maybe this guy in there is representing God, just trying to lighten up the mood. And let's go to the other scale. Maybe this guy is a lunatic, a murdering lunatic, a murdering mental ill lunatic at heart, for some reason has got out of jail and wants to nothing more but to murder you. It would explain a lot, and things, because there's like signs sometimes flashes up, bits of text and things. I've had a scary experience in the bathroom, in the story, in the choose your own adventure. Let's not jump to conclusions there. I've had sometimes, the fact is that it says, and things, there's little flashy subliminal signs say don't trust him and things like that. He's possibly quite rather creepy, isn't it? Another explanation, the person is after you. He's angry, his revenge or something. It represents your mental revenge and things, plotting to actually strike at you and break down the walls. Another thing he might be the devil himself, Satan. Yes, he might be just taunting you as you go through the story. Yeah. Watching you, waiting to make a deal with you. Jump scare! Okay. I couldn't resist. People with YouTube videos did do that to me quite often. It's time for me to get my revenge back. now we've covered the thing, the Phycrichadictive thing, you know, and things. Now let's cover the story. Now, the story plot in the first Phycrichadictive. Okay, friend every time which Fred and things. You help him to lose the cops. You unload your annual crime spree in Slough, and Bob's your uncle. He gives you some drugs and you try a few. This time, this is a bit messed up. You know, you get a letter from Rich Fred saying, here, have this safe house, blah blah blah. Don't forget, try a few drugs. Basically, that's the gist of it. Oh, yeah. Very good storyline. All it is just a note. You read it, and there's no subtitles. I wish there was, but on the note, but it goes around, and the light doesn't help, and it says try a few, and then you just look at the table, nice drugs, and you feel maybe we should take a few. So after that, you think it's like the storyline bridge just collapses in front of you. So there's it's debatable whether there's a storyline for that total random stranger, since words keep popping up, and you possibly can link them together and come to a weird conclusion. Yes, the other thing I want to mention is the text that randomly appears. Now, the text that randomly appears in Phycrichadictive is quite creepy. In the bathroom, this is very creepy, you know, if you're in the bathroom in Phycrichadictive 2. You'll see a text saying, "Where's my baby?" Okay, it comes up again. Sorry. Is it "Where's my baby?" and things? So things. I think it says it again, you know, and things. "Where's my baby?" in capital letters, and I think it says it again. Then all of a sudden, in big capital letters, "I want my son." Whoa. Yes. And you're not expecting that, are you? I think the other scary there's a scary location in Phycrichadictive, the bedroom. And the bedroom has has no words, so you don't have to worry, no texts. But it has this strange music. Originally it was going to be Hypno KK or KK Hypno from New Leaf Crossing, you know, because I thought that music would be quite creepy, but I couldn't get that music, so we made up our own music on this little keyboard down here. I can't get it out, and I don't think I've got enough time. But yes, that little keyboard down there, we made our own music, and it was scary. It had quite a lot of symbolism. If you saw, there was a Nazi symbol in there. There was a star cushion at the wrong way, and then there was a star cushion. Then there was a sheet. This sheet that looked like a dead body lying down, and then there was these pyjama bottoms with red sheet symbolising some sort of blood or something. I think I've said enough now. I'll give you the link. Bye.